Hey guys, Miss Jen from the Discovery Museum, and today it is National Sunscreen Day. So since it is sunny out and it looks like it's going to stay nice and warm in the near future, we're going to be doing some activities and experiments with sunscreen. So I have two pieces of paper here. I'm going to use one piece of paper and I am going to do a little bit of an experiment, a little bit of an art activity. So I have cut out some shapes and I'm going to tape them to my red paper. Actually, I'm going to tape them to my blue paper. So I'm going to tape them to my blue paper, I'm going to stick them on, and then I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to leave it out somewhere in the sun. Now I'm taping them on so that they don't blow away because it is a little bit breezy today, so I don't want them to blow away. So I'm going to tape them, and then I'm going to set it somewhere where I know the sun is going to shine all day long. So I want them to sit out in the sun as long as possible. So I have a little tree and a little sunshine and a little doggy and a little flower. Let's see, maybe the doggy is smelling the flower. How's that? And so I am doing this activity because I want to see what happens to my picture if it sits out in the sun. Now, sun has a couple of different light rays that come from the sun, and these rays fade the paper. And so I want to see what kind of art activity, what sort of picture I can create with the sun. So I am going to set this out in the sunshine and I'm going to see how faded it gets. Okay. Now the other thing I'm going to do, I happen to have a red piece of paper here and I have a container of sunscreen. Now I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm pretty pale and so I wear sunscreen a lot to make sure that I don't turn bright red like this paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some sunscreen, not a whole lot, and ask permission before you do this experiment, but I'm going to take some sunscreen and I'm going to put it onto my paper, and I'm going to, maybe I'll make a design, maybe I'll write some words. I think I'm going to write the word hi. And so I am going to take this sunscreen and I'm going to leave it on the paper, and then I'm going to set the paper out so that it'll be in the sunshine. Now, what do you think the sunscreen is going to do to the paper? I want you to come up with a hypothesis. What do you think the sunscreen will do? Why is it on my paper and what is it going to do? Okay? And then we'll come back and we'll check it out later. Hey guys, alright, I am back after I've set out my experiments for a couple of hours and I wanted to show you the results. So I have my blue paper, which I put the yellow pictures on, and so I'm going to peel those off. Now I just tape them down and I'm going to set them under my paper so they don't blow away. But you can see when I start removing them, what has happened to my paper? What happened? The sunshine faded the rest of it, and the only thing that remains that is dark blue was what was under or protected by my little yellow pictures. So you can see that the sun has faded the paper and the only thing that was covered is what remains unfaded. Isn't that cool? Now take a look at the picture I had with my sunscreen. So I wrote on it the word hi, and so you can still see there's kind of a little bit of a layer of sunscreen, but even if I rub that in, you can see that the red, you can see right through it, the red coming through is a darker color than the area around it. You can also see I had some seashells that I used to hold down to anchor my paper, and so you can see on the corners there's a little bit of red too. So you can kind of see the sunscreen has protected the paper. So I'm going to leave it out just a little bit longer to see if it gets any more faded, but that's kind of what sunscreen does for your skin, is it protects your skin, and then this area is the section that it changes color because of the sun. So I'm going to leave this one out for a little bit, but I think I like this picture. I'm going to keep it just for